A big front office change for the Indiana Fever.
Current GM Len Dunn is moving into a new position with the team. Dunn, who was once the team's head coach, will now serve as a senior advisor to the Fever.
Did you hear about Cheryl Reeve storming into the Suns locker room? It's like she forgot she wasn't coaching them. Security had to step in. That's wild for a veteran coach like her. But wait, there's more drama in the WNBA. The Fever just shook things up with a surprise GM hire.
And I felt like year 3, we had the potential to be back in the playoffs, and we had to take the steps, win 5, win 13, and now we won 20. And so I'm real pleased.
Let's break it all down. So here's what went down. Cheryl Reeve, the respected WNBA coach, just lost it after a game. She marched right into the Connecticut Sun's locker room. Why? Apparently she didn't like how they celebrated their win. You believe that? The situation got so intense that security had to jump in and break it up. That's crazy, right? We're talking about a veteran coach here, not some rookie losing their cool. But get this, the players didn't just brush it off. There's more to this story, and it's got everyone talking. You think that's wild? Well, hold on to your seats, because this isn't even the biggest WNBA news of the week.
She returned to the Fever before the 2022 WNBA draft and helped build the roster this past season, helping the Fever return to the playoffs.
Something even crazier is happening, and it's shaking up the whole league. While everyone was focused on Cheryl Reeve's locker room drama, the Indiana Fever quietly made a move that could rewrite their future. They've brought in a new sheriff, and she's got a track record that's turning heads. But here's what's got fans buzzing. What's her game plan for the team's struggling coach? Enter Amber Cox, the Fever's new general manager. This isn't just any old hire. It's a game changer. Cox comes with some serious experience, having worked with major franchises before. She's all about developing team economics and getting fans fired up. That's exactly what the Fever need right now. You might be wondering, why is this such a big deal? Well, it's like this. Cox joining the team is like adding a secret weapon to their playbook. It's a sign that the Fever are ready to shake things up and build a team that can compete with the best. They're not just playing around anymore. But here's where it gets interesting. What about the current head coach, Christy Sy? Her future with the team is up in the air. Some fans loved her decisions last season. Others, not so much. With Cox coming in, everyone's wondering if Sy will still be calling the shots next season. Cox is pumped about joining the Fever. She said, "I am excited to be joining the Fever during this historic time in the WNBA, and I am grateful for Kelly Fever ownership Mel Rain for this opportunity." That's not just PR talk. It sounds like she's got big plans for the team. And get this, Cox isn't just talking about winning games. She's talking about investing in the Fever, making sure they keep growing and succeeding. It's like she's not just thinking about next season, but the next 5 seasons. This is huge for Fever fans.
Well, Tony, I like it when plans work. It's always a real positive. And 3+ years ago, I came on board in a capacity interim and then became full-time.
Imagine going from being at the bottom of the league to suddenly having a shot at being real contenders. That's the kind of turnaround Cox could bring to the table. But here's the million-dollar question. How will all these changes affect the players, especially their star rookie, Caitlin Clark? Will the new management style help her shine even brighter, or will it take some getting used to? Remember when rookies were supposed to take time to adjust to the pros? Caitlin Clark didn't get that memo. She's been balling out like a seasoned vet. But now, with a new sheriff in town and whispers of coaching changes, is Clark's rookie magic about to hit a speed bump? Let's talk about Caitlin Clark, the rookie who's been turning heads and breaking records. This girl's not just playing basketball, she's redefining it. Clark's been the spark plug for the Indiana Fever, lighting up the scoreboard and dishing out assists like it's nobody's business.
For the first time in 8 years.
Amber Cox will join the Indiana Fever later this month as the Chief Operating Officer and General Manager. Cox served as the COO of the Dallas Wings the past 2 seasons.
She's got fans and opponents alike wondering, is this really her first year in the league? But here's where things get juicy. With Amber Cox stepping in as the new GM, everyone's wondering how this shakeup will affect Clark's game. Will Cox's fresh perspective give Clark even more room to shine? Or will all these changes throw her off her rhythm? Imagine this. Clark's out there, breaking ankles and draining threes, while behind the scenes, the Fever's front office is playing musical chairs. That's some serious pressure for a rookie, no matter how talented. But if there's one thing Clark's shown us, it's that she thrives under pressure. You know what's crazy? Despite all this uncertainty, Clark's still out there putting up numbers that make veterans jealous. She's adapting faster than a chameleon in a rainbow factory. But the real question is, can she keep it up with all these changes swirling around her? Here's the thing. Clark's not just playing for herself anymore. She's become the face of the Fever's future. Cox and the new management are betting big on her talent. They're not just looking at next season. They're thinking about building a dynasty around Clark. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Clark's still got to prove she can handle the heat. The WNBA is no joke, and now that teams have had a chance to study her game, you can bet they're cooking up new ways to shut her down. Can Clark stay one step ahead? That's what makes this whole situation so exciting. We're watching a star being born in real time, right in the middle of a team transformation. It's like trying to change the tires on a race car while it's still on the track. Risky? Sure, but if it works, it could be the start of something amazing for the Fever. You think Caitlin Clark's rookie success is the biggest story in the WNBA right now? Think again. The league is turning into a pressure cooker, and it's changing everything. From locker room confrontations to front office shakeups, the WNBA is becoming a battleground where every interaction counts. Let's talk about Cheryl Reeve's locker room meltdown. This wasn't just a coach losing her cool. It's a sign of how intense the WNBA has become. Reeve storming into the Suns' locker room after their win. That's next level competitiveness. It's like the whole league is on edge, ready to explode at any moment. But why are emotions running so high? It's simple. The WNBA is growing, and with growth comes pressure. More fans, more money, more expectations. Every game feels like it could make or break a team's season. And it's not just the players feeling the heat. Coaches and management are under the microscope too. Look at the Indiana Fever. They're not just bringing in a new GM. They're sending a message to the whole league. We're here to win, and we're not messing around. Amber Cox isn't just filling a position. She's part of a bigger plan to turn the Fever into a powerhouse. And then there's Caitlin Clark. Her rise isn't just about talent. It's about the WNBA leveling up. Teams are realizing they need stars like Clark to stay competitive. The league is getting faster, stronger, and more skilled. Clark's success is pushing everyone to step up their game. All this drama and intensity, it's changing the WNBA's future. We're seeing more rivalries, more trash talk, more post-game confrontations. It's not just about what happens on the court anymore. Every press conference, every social media post, every management decision, it all matters now. Think about it. A few years ago, would anyone have cared about a coach storming into another team's locker room? Now it's headline news. The WNBA is becoming must-watch TV, both on and off the court. But here's the real question. Is all this drama good for the league? On one hand, it's bringing in more fans. People love conflict, and the WNBA is delivering. On the other hand, is it overshadowing the actual basketball? One thing's for sure. The WNBA isn't just a game anymore. It's a high-stakes world where reputations are made and broken in an instant. From rookie sensations to veteran coaches, everyone's feeling the pressure. All right, let's wrap this up. We've seen Cheryl Reeve lose her cool, the Fever shake things up with a new GM, and Caitlin Clark taking the league by storm. But here's the big question. Where's the WNBA headed with all this drama? The league's getting intense. It's not just about basketball anymore. It's about strategy, mind games, and who can handle the pressure. Amber Cox joining the Fever? That's huge. She's talking about creating a world-class experience for fans and players. That's the kind of thinking that could take the WNBA to new heights. And let's not forget Caitlin Clark. She's changing the game, forcing everyone to step up. The WNBA's future, it's looking more competitive, more dramatic, and way more exciting. Get ready, because women's basketball is about to hit another level.